To all my male audience that just clicked on this video, you clicked on it for a reason. You are probably lacking confidence, whether you're a short king or a short king ally being unfortunately taller than 5'8". You're here for the reason, and the reason being right next to me is you don't know how to keep a girl in your life. Maybe it's you don't know much about dating, don't know how to approach them. I've made a lot of videos recently, and I'll even pop them up on how to get the first date. That is one step. You need to be able to keep them around to get the second, the third, the fourth, and so on. So I have a lovely co-host here, Ashley.
Hi, I'm Ashley.
She's going to give you guys her side of things as well as I'm going to give you mine, and hopefully between the two of us we can help you guys get more dates and keep an actual relationship, because I'm sorry, a month of a relationship does not count. It's got to be like, we're trying to help you guys with years at end. So let me help you out. Let me give you the exact tips, tricks, and ask some questions. That way you know how to approach the women. You ready?
Absolutely.
Now, first question, what is the most important thing to keeping a healthy relationship?
I think communication is key, and being very upfront and honest about what is your intents with each other. Like, are y'all dating to marry? Are y'all dating for fun? Are you just wanting someone around just so you're not lonely? Like, what is y'all's intents in this relationship y'all are growing, essentially?
I think communication is hands down the most important thing, especially as you go on over time, because you guys are going to grow together, but also depending where you're at in life, you might be growing in separate ways with work, businesses, friends. So you have to look at that and understand communication is key, whether it's jealousy, whether it's maybe you just don't feel like you're getting the attention, your love languages. Don't be afraid to communicate those things. I feel like there's way too many people stuck in toxic relationships. And it's not necessarily, like, when you're in it, you're kind of blind to it, right? It's very hard to
100%.
see that, okay, I'm in a toxic relationship. But once you get out of it, you learn so much for that next person you're in a relationship with. So I guess the question to follow that up is, what is something you wish you knew, like red flag wise, toxicity wise, that if you could help someone that's maybe in that situation but they're not sure, what would a big indicator be?
I think a big reason why a lot of relationships fail and like having toxic relationships is the base key in any relationship is the communication. If y'all aren't on the same level of anything, how are y'all ever going to mesh together and like expect a life together? What do you think?
I think too many people get into relationships and they're so set in stone on it being the one, but you haven't gotten to the point in the relationship where you can indicate that. There's sometimes in the beginning you're like, okay, this is the one, like everything lines up, all the signs I need are here. But if you're in a relationship where there's a lot of fighting early on, I think that should be the first red flag. Because if you're like a month in, you guys are still in the talking phase or you just started dating, there should not be these arguments. Arguments come from a lack of communication.
Absolutely.
And if you guys are already having those issues now, unless you own up to it as a couple and be like, hey, we need to fix this, it's just gonna get worse, because smaller problems that you guys keep pushing to the side become bigger problems down the road.
A lot of us, me per se, I've been guilty of it, want to just be like, oh, he's the one, like, so like I'm relationship, like I need a relationship, like I gotta have that other person to be happy. But the key is honestly, like you got to be alone and be happy with being alone and being yourself before you can ever be happy with somebody else.
Just staying in it because you feel like you need that attention, you need that love from someone else to feel happy. They suck in reality. They suck.
Absolutely.
Keeping it hot, what is one thing you wish more men did in a relationship?
Chivalry, like, is not dead, essentially. I think being, you know, very polite, having manners and whatnot, I think more men should do that. And it's not so much how much money you can spend on or how much money you can spend on a woman.
There we go.
And I honestly think it's the idea of what you're trying to do for that person. After being in a relationship so long, I feel like you can...
It dies off.
Yes, and you can become like complacent in a way.
Funny you mention that, because for all of you that saw the video, I also popped this one up. It was all about getting the first date, and one of the things I gave all of my kings out there was the manners, the way you carry yourself is so key. Holding the door,
so
please and thank you to the waiter, waitress. The little things like that go a long way, especially when meeting that person's parents. That's literally what my whole channel is about, is building confidence, do whatever you want, because once you have confidence in general, it goes into relationships, work, maybe your own goals you have in the gym, it carries to everything. And most people think it's, oh, I need to spend more money on this girl, I need to, you know, give her more affection. And you're probably giving her enough affection, but maybe it's not quality.
Exactly.
Like, focus on the quality time with them when you're with them. Now, bouncing right off of the last one, What is the biggest, I mean the biggest mistake that men make in relationships? We just talked about what they can do to do well, to keep you around, to keep you happy. Now what can they do wrong that's like, red flag? Oh man, it's about to get juicy. I feel bad.
Okay.
Whoever her ex was is about to get exposed.
You're not gonna name drop or anything, of course. Girls are very observant. I swear to you, they are like secret agents on your case, always. So always remember that.
Yeah.
But say y'all are out in public somewhere and y'all are obviously together as a couple, but you notice like slight hints of your man or significant other like flirting just right in front of you with other women. I get, you know, it's okay to like talk to other women, but whenever like you are being like that, you know.
This is a hot take.
Yeah.
This is a hot take because I actually couldn't agree more because I've been in situations where I feel like the girl's doing that. Like
absolutely. It's not just men.
It's more when they have alcohol in their system because they just get that flirty personality. But it's disrespectful because you're there with even if you're there like by yourself and you're like, that's worse because you're doing it behind their back.
True, but when you're together, you know, how does that make you all look to other people?
And I think it's a big. The longer you're in that relationship, they want more attention. And if you as a man or you as the woman in the relationship aren't holding up your end, then they thrive off of the attention from others, getting the compliments from guys in their DMs or girls in their DMs. So I couldn't agree. It's something I've had happen to me. Again, whether she tries it or not, it's that like flirty personality because then guys get the wrong hint. Does she end up rejecting him? Yes, but it shouldn't get to that point. Like you should make it very clear, like, hey, this is my man or this is my girl. Back off.
Also, while putting this in the same perspective too, say y'all go out in like a big friend group. Like obviously you're gonna want to communicate with all the friends. Don't be that significant other just like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to you because I'm here with my man. It's like there's a line that's drawn. You know.
And on that, if you have a friend group like that, and one of the friends in that group is hitting on your girl, that's not a friend. I'm gonna be honest. He's going to the curb. If they're not bettering you, if they're dragging you down, if they're holding you back or bringing any negativity into the group, they can't be in that group. Doesn't matter how hard of a decision it is. This goes hand in hand with a relationship because you should feel so comfortable leaving your girl alone with all of your guy friends if they truly respect you. Like if I had to trust one person, I'd leave them together. Because I wish I had more friends where I'd feel comfortable doing that. So true. But unfortunately, nowadays you don't because guys are literally just horn dogs.
It's a competition.
It is.
It is a
competition. It's sad. Like, dude, if my homie has a smoking hot girl, I'll tell him, like, dude, good for you. Like, I'm not going to hit on her. There's a respect boundary.
There is a bro code, as y'all say.
And a lot of guys break that bro code, which is sad.
And, you know, that takes us back to the first question we had talked about is the communication key. Once y'all establish a foundation of trust, there shouldn't be any questions of like, oh, is she gonna flirt with him? Oh, what is she gonna do whenever I'm gone? So, no,
100%. That's one thing. It's not even jealousy. I think it's more of a respect boundary. Looking at that, it all stems, guys, we're at the last question. It all stems back to the very first one, being communication can fix everything.
Absolutely.
And this, I wanted to keep it mainly on dating, but dating also ties into your friend group, the people you surround yourself with. Because if this is someone you're actually dating, you really care about, heck, you probably even love, then they're gonna be around your friend group. So make sure you have, I talk about this, your life together. You don't have to have it all figured out, but know what direction you wanna go in, have some goals set, be working for them, and have a good friend group because these are the two things that are going to attract and keep her around. If your friend group sucks, they're all smoking, they're all drinking, unless that's who the girl you brought in is, which if you're watching this channel, it's probably not, then she's not gonna fit in. She's probably gonna leave because of the friend group. So the whole point of this video, guys, is to help you become the most confident, best individual possible so you can attract one that fits exactly with where your goals are at life and where you wanna be at. You guys did make it this far. And I don't know how many things I tell everyone, you're gonna be able to pull at least one thing from this video that you can implement, that you can take advantage of, and realize that you just spent a really good 8 to 10 minutes of your life. Now, the only way you don't is if you go out and do nothing about it. But we have a next video that's going to be dropping in about 4 days after this one. So guys, to make sure you see it, because this one is what girls prefer in a dream guy, smash the subscribe button. So you don't miss it, and let's get your favorite short king to 100K. I love y'all. We will catch you guys in the next video. And what else should they do while this video is about to end?
Like and subscribe.